Welcome to Hornbill TV's Prime Time with Ngullie, ladies and gentlemen. The past couple of days in Nagaland have been very eventful. Unfortunately, they are all for the wrong reasons and unpleasant reasons, and there are worrying reasons. Election-related violence continues to be reported from Moshong and Woka. Even as I stand before you speaking to you, Hornbill TV was filing a news report that unidentified persons had fired on the residence of a minister in Moshong. Likewise, there were running street fights in Woka earlier too. Now, besides violent electioneering, we will be looking at events today on our show. First, the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, will be in Nagaland on Thursday. We will explore what might be the probable issues he will be addressing when he speaks to the people at the rally in Dimapur. Nagaland is getting ready to receive someone holding a position that has not been seen in the state for about 20 years, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Nagaland is getting ready to receive someone holding a position that has not been seen in the state for about 20 years, ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. So here's the big news. Narendra Modi is scheduled to reach Nagaland on February 24th, merely 3 days before the state's electorate goes for the assembly polls. Nagaland will go to vote on February 27th. So for those who might not be knowing this, especially for our young viewers, Prime Minister Modi will be visiting Nagaland after about 20 years since the visit of another Prime Minister, the late Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was in Nagaland in October 2003. But there's more. Before Vajpayee, the then Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, was in Kohima. That was in 1953, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Narendra Modi will be the third Prime Minister of India after Nehru and Vajpayee to visit our state. So this is for those of you who might be interested in what the Prime Minister might say to the people of Nagaland when he addresses the rally in Dimapur. Modi will be addressing a joint rally of the Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party and the PJP at Dimapur. So what's with this visit? What new thing or change can we expect from Mr. Modi's visit to Nagaland? What new resolutions to some of Nagaland's biggest problems can we expect from him? Presidents, prime ministers, chief ministers, all of them come and go, right? Maybe, maybe not, but considering that the state and our people are at a crucial intersection of both developmental and political concerns, there are a number of issues we can expect Mr. Modi to pick up. Now, the first is the Naga political issue. Obviously, first, yes, the most obvious one of them all is the issue of resolution to the Naga political question. This same Prime Minister was there when the government of India and the NSA and IM leadership signed the framework agreement in August 2015, ladies and gentlemen. The agreement came after about 6 decades of political instability and violence. The constant media interactions from most of the groups involved in the negotiations and even from the Nagaland government leaders since the agreement gave the impression that the talks had officially concluded. So what's the problem with this? What's the issue? Well, we still have no idea about what next tangible, measurable step it is for the Naga political issue and the negotiations after the framework agreement would take. Therefore, you can expect Mr. Modi to offer an insight or even better make an announcement that will drive Nagas across the country into crazy celebrations. Now, the second issue he might pick up is the Eastern Naga question. Another issue that we can expect the Prime Minister to broach is this, the Eastern Naga question of separate state from the current state of Nagaland. Will there be a separate state or an autonomous administration? Or have the constant bus services from Delhi to Tuensang been just an exploratory process? Entire January and February had been replete with speculations about what's actually been going on behind the scenes. Neither the NPO No, the government had exactly been charitable with information. After all, the public deserves to know. Now, the third issue here is the Act East policy that the Prime Minister might talk about. Moving on, developmental concerns and even announcements about new schemes and projects could form a large chunk of his speech. But there is another topic that he might broach, the always heard but never seen Act East policy. Everyone has heard about it, ladies and gentlemen, but nobody knows what it is all about. Now, the government of India's Act East policy is to promote economic cooperation, cultural ties, and to develop strategic relationships with countries in the Asia-Pacific region. The idea is that the government can achieve those goals by providing enhanced connectivity to the northeastern states with other countries in India's neighborhood. Now, there have been a number of initiatives since adopting the policy, of course. The Agartala-Akhura rail link between India and Bangladesh, that's one. Transport linkages and inland waterways through Bangladesh, that's another. Highway projects connecting the northeast to Myanmar and Thailand, of course, and even the India-Japan Act East Forum projects such as road and bridges and modernization of hydroelectric power projects. We can expect Mr. Modi to offer more clarity and inputs about their progress and, of course, the direction it will take. But about all that, you'll have to wait for what Mr. Modi will say at the Dimapur event. Now let's go over to the next news. It's bad news every day since the election dates were announced, ladies and gentlemen. Very unpleasant news continues to come in from Moshong and Wokha districts, with supporters of various political parties still engaged in violent activities. We have also received reports here that unidentified people fired on the residence of the PJB's minister and candidate Imna Along on Thursday. Again, graphic visuals we received here from Wokha on Thursday showed people pelting stones against rival supporters and even running street battles in the heart of Wokha town. Initial reports said that the supporters of NCP and PJB candidates fought each other on the streets. Visuals show people engaged in physical violence, kicking each other, hitting out and chasing each other in the middle of the town. Now that's very, very unpleasant. That is something we don't expect, and this is a very sad thing. Amid all this, the district administration of Wokha has claimed prohibitory orders on the Assembly of Constituencies 37T and 38 Wokha Assembly Constituency till March 3. Authorities say there have been reports of mobilization of people who might threaten peace in the area. Now, there are reports of mobilization of people in several parts of the area comprising 37T and 38 Wokha Assembly constituencies, which threaten free campaign and is likely to cause breach of public peace. The Wokha District Magistrate Ajit Kumar Ranjan stated there are sufficient grounds for precautionary measures to prevent the occurrence of any untoward incident during the election season. So in the exercise of powers conferred by the 144 CRPC 1973, the Deputy Commissioner has prohibited assembly of 5 or more persons and vehicular movements of non-essential nature from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the 2 constituencies. Further, assembly of 5 or more persons shall be prohibited at all times in the area of the DC office complex and 100 meters in its vicinity, including Wokha public ground. Till further orders, these will be in place. So what about others such as government and public services? Of course, officials and staff members of the district administration, security personnel, magistrates on duty, medical personnel, and persons engaged in election duty or essential services shall be exempted from the order, the DC said. Again, all movement of commercial vehicles, goods or passengers, or vehicles carrying essential commodities and press and media, telecom services, and medical emergencies shall also be exempted from the restrictions. Further, election campaign events with a prior permission of the returning officers shall be exempted. The order comes into force immediately and shall remain so till March 3, the update said. Those are the top news events for Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. We will be bringing you more updates, and based on which we will be exploring the issues together. These are difficult times, and sometimes we do wonder what's going on with the one simple and hospitable Nagas. Hornbill TV wishes that you stay safe and choose to be a responsible citizen. Thank you for watching. I'm Ngullie. See you next time.